actually, did you see these yet? I did some polls on my new free-to-play account, and the luck that we got was, how to say, beyond disgusting. So ladies and gentlemen, today I am brought in part by my good friend Code Brew once again. How are you doing, Code Brew?
Hey man, I'm doing great. What about you?
Doing pretty good. We just finished a video on his channel, so it might be out. Maybe it'll be out the next day. Go find out. I'll put in the pinned comment as always. His channel, go subscribe, all that garbage. But today, Code Brew, we have something fun planned because I actually, did you see these yet? I did some polls on my new free-to-play account, and the luck that we got was, how to say, beyond disgusting. So what I have prepared for you here is the actual video of it. I'm gonna pump the audio through. I'm gonna give you the full experience here for you. So my friend, without further ado, are you ready to hear this?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Here we go. First shard. Garbage.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, Necro Hunter, not so great. Okay, so I'll talk about Necro Hunter. You get it, not so great. Okay, I mean,
yeah, whatever. Kind of
first
champ.
hero on a new account. First hero on a new account. Okay, so I was thinking,
Yeah,
whatever.
you had 5 secrets, right?
5 secrets. Oh, yes, I should explain this for the people. So for the people that don't know, we polled, I say we, but it was me. I polled 5 secrets on a new free-to-play account for the fun of it because they just had this temporary code that got nerfed into oblivion really quick. And what I'm about to show Code Brew here is the actual result of that. This was probably the best dopamine I've had in my life, right next to pulling Dracomorph. And with that being said, here we go. That's a not so good there. So that was the first of the 5 sacreds that we pulled. Not so great, kind of whatever, right? And then we fast forward a little bit here because your boy decides to, there we go. So here we go, we're gonna pull.
Oh,
there it is.
damn.
What?
Calvalax.
So,
That's rigged.
I have never used Kavalox on any account. I don't own Kavalox. So when I pulled him, I was surprised. You pulled him too, didn't you?
I pulled him on the free-to-play account, which I gave away.
Okay,
so didn't have time to play around with the champion.
But you did have Kavalox though on the free-to-play account. So now you're telling me that I'm the one that gets to carry the Kavalox into the future. But you know what's hilarious is it doesn't even end there. That's a pretty good poll, right? Like some people were arguing it's potentially the best poll you can have. I don't know if that's the best poll, but it's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one anyway.
Wouldn't say the best.
Next. Here's the next one.
Next, boys. Okay, we got an epic.
You get another one? All right.
Then we pulled a
Virgus.
Then we pulled Virgus. Okay, pretty good, right? And we started with Jotun because it was the free account. Fast forward again.
Yeah.
And now look at this.
Ooh.
Then we pulled a Royal Guard.
Royal Guard.
Like, pretty good, right?
It's a very solid account starting out. Royal Guard works everywhere. Same thing with Virgus. All of them are worth the 60 so far. All 3 of them. Last 3.
Yep. And then we pulled a Rain Beast.
Rain Beast. All right. He's useless, but yeah, like that's kind of the best thing that you can hope for out of these things. If you're making a new account, you got the best.
So let me ask you this.
Best value.
I only had time to make 2 accounts during the time, and this is account number 1. But account number 2, okay, it had Cythalia, so it got a legendary as well. Mortal Macab, so it got 2 legendaries out of the 5 sacreds. Thylesia, Deacon Armstrong, and then the last one was something that didn't matter that I forget about. But I mean, people were saying the Kavalox account's better because we have Royal Guard and Virgus. But man, that's a hard pick, isn't it?
It's a really hard pick. I mean, the Deacon account with Cythalia is really solid. Mortu can still be used, like as a very tanky kind of team to cheese your way through arena with a tanky one instead of a fast one. Deacon is really strong though, but Calvalax is strong too because he starts out the run with just poisoning the whole enemy team. So that's cool.
Okay, well, and then we have Royal Guard for Spider, right? So I was I think the Kavalox is better, but I was going to ask you here, and it was kind of where I was going to wrap it up. I was going to ask you, which free-to-play do we start on, you think? Do we continue the Kavalox account, or do we continue Cythalia, Macab, Deacon, and Thylesia? It's a hard pick for me.
It's a hard pick, because I think the Calvalax is better, though. Because I'm thinking Clown Balls. Wherever I think of these stuff, I think Clown Balls too. Because that's where you get a little bit of free rewards without so much effort. at least at the start, in normal hard difficulties there. Kalvalax can start out with the poisons. He can do some damage. Royal Guard can still do stuff. Defense down and the A2, the big damage dealing one. Vergis is also very solid as a tanky kind of champ. So 3 really solid champs that you can use for all content.
That's kind of what I thought
you got
too.
Aethel. Yeah.
I picked
I don't know
Aethel,
who I
yeah.
would take to 60 first though. Like I don't know if I would take Aethel.
You think? I'm thinking Kavalox. I mean, I think it's just straight up. You pull the hammer. I know he's a poisoner, so you don't really need it, but it's like.
Can he farm campaign though? That's what you need.
That's a good question. I mean, he hits
I've
all in.
never
You would think he would be able
tried
to, right? I mean, he's based upon attack.
It's not an AoE, but it's barely hits, and the other 2 are single targets, so it's gonna take a while.
You know, you make a good point. I didn't even think about maybe Vergus,
Yeah.
because Vergus could definitely farm, but on top of it, he can
He can
solo
be
some.
tanky.
He can solo some stuff, can't he?
He can solo stuff, but later on when he's at 60 with some solid gear. But
Gotcha. Well, I think
what about the other accounts? Thalia, Mortu, and Deacon.
correct.
You would be
Thalia
in the
Mormon.
same boat. You've got Aethel on that one too.
I've got eighth. On that one, I had Kel actually. I started with Kel.
Kel is actually better because you can use him still as your farmer and then get the other ones. But I would still go with this one. I think. With
I
the
think so
Kalvalax.
too. Plus, this one I realized I have decreased defense on the basic with Necro Hunter, and then I have weaken on the basic with Aethel. So I have defense down in weaken, and then obviously, like you've already explained, Kavalox is really good in the clan boss. So I have defense down, weaken, poison. I straight up have what I think is like the majority of a clan boss team without doing anything really. I mean,
Yeah. You have a good team. Kalvalax not fantastic, as I said, for clan boss, but for the start, he's gonna do more than anybody else. I would say in your group of champions.
until I pull a frozen
Maybe
banshee or
Vergis.
something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that made the explanation for me. I think I'm actually going to go with Kavalox, and we're going to keep this account, which leaves us with the question, everybody, what to do with the Season of the Underdog. Do we put this account away for a shelter for a bit and work on it later and continue Season of the Underdog, or do we take what has happened on the channel with the absolute insane Season of the Kraken Mask, because we pulled that with the Kraken Mask, and now we have a good RNG account? So I'm going to leave it to the audience. Cobru's chosen, which I believe is the correct out of the 2 accounts, and you guys get to pick whether or not we continue this account. So leave in the comments down below, as well as in the pinned comment, go over the Cobru's video to watch the video where a BuzzFeed, was it BuzzFeed? Buzz Guru
Buzz Guru
wrote an article, right? And it showed me as on the article too, so that's interesting. Go watch that.
It shows how much money Raid spends on advertising, how much money YouTubers get paid. Maybe that's the clickbait.
There it
title
is.
It's gonna push you guys to go there. to
Ash
see it.
and How Hades got
Yeah.
paid how much? Double question mark?
How much do we get?
YouTubers hate him. You won't believe this one easy trick. All right,
This
guys.
YouTuber exposes.
Expose the amount of money that we don't make on Raid. All right, everyone. Love you. Thanks for watching this garbage. Bye-bye. We'll see you on the next one.